I believe strength conditioning makes a difference.
It's really a must in today's high school sports.
It's going to help your performance.
If you learn the right techniques, then it helps everything else.
PowerRev keeps us on the cutting edge.
They really challenged our kids mentally.
The greatest thing is seeing kids change.
It was a tremendous influence on our school system.
What we've been able to do is kind of just go out on the road and just share our knowledge, our love and our passion for athletics and strength and conditioning, and how it's changed our lives with athletes and with coaches, and trying to help them understand the importance as well, and just to be able to see real life examples like, hey, this works, and how can we help you answer questions.
Oh, there it is. You feel the difference?
The biggest difference coaches can hope to make is just to change an athlete's, is to correct an athlete's technique, to make them more technically proficient.
I can only go so fast if I'm reaching.
It's really important for coaches in particular to understand technique. Technique is probably the most important thing you could learn as a coach. Learn how to accelerate, how to decelerate, and lift with proper technique, particularly with the Olympic lifts, and also using devices like a medicine ball. It really works. It's very effective. It can make a good athlete better, a great athlete even more better.
One of the main reasons we really looked at this camp was an important thing in our school system is trying to develop leaders. And it really seemed to really pull some kids out of their shell and help them to understand what it means to be a good leader, a positive leader on their team. It left such a mark on some of our kids that it just changed the way that they work out, and it changed how they approach the game. It changed how they approach their school.
I've seen a big impact with what our program has been able to accomplish, and in fact, I definitely have seen a change in our athletes and the way we compete, and the way that our confidence then comes out on the field, the court, and that kind of thing, because we're ready. And they will bring the program to your school, cater it to the equipment that you have, the facility you have, and there's no one else out there that'll do that. I think there's three aspects to sports. Certainly physical, mental is huge in these days, in any athletic competition, and then there's definitely a spiritual aspect. It's like a triangle, and without one, the other two won't work.
They talk to the kids about what it means to be a good teammate, to be a good person, to be a good son or daughter, and just about what it means to have a heart that is true and right.
I think the whole camp and everything that they're about actually promotes an athlete's well-being, inside and outside.
So many things that sometimes as coaches we're so worried about the X and O part of the game that we forget about challenging our kids and talking to our kids about those kinds of things that come from the inside, and the kinds of things that are really important for life is what kind of heart you have. What's your motivation? Why do you do what you do? And how do you do what you do?
The greatest thing is seeing kids change, having coming into the weight room and I hate lifting. I don't like it. I'm weak. I'm not strong. I can't do anything right. But then all of a sudden they get it right, and then all of a sudden you just start seeing this change, and there's an attitude change, a heart change, and this desire to become, to soak it up, to take everything that they got, and everything that the strength conditioning coach, that the weight room can offer them, and just go with it. It's been pretty enlightening, and it's a joy just to see kids understand, that's what that squat is for. Jump higher, run faster, explode, run through somebody.
I see it from within. I see the athlete change their attitude, they work harder, and you see things improve.
I love athletics, I love training, and it really started back in high school, and probably the biggest influence in my life was my high school coach.
That's where the coach can come into play. If a kid's gonna have extra effort, that's where you come into play.
So many of the camps that we go to and the clinics that we go to talk about the physical part, and this one really, they really challenged our kids mentally as far as getting mentally competitive tough.
It really does take you to the next level.